Have you ever wondered? I'm fighting a top laner and I'm stupid. I don't know what to build. I'm first timing a tank and I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, I'm here to teach you how to stomp everyone with a shopkeeper. And how you do that is by knowing what to build, knowing what every champion is weak against. So first up, we're going to start with Aatrox. Once Aatrox's weakness, a heal cut, which is why you go Bramble first into Bammies. Akali's weakness is just regular Bammies. Camille's weakness is a Warden's into either a Mythic or Thornmail. Depends if she goes the Trinity Force route, you go Wardens into Mythic or Wardens into Randuin's. If she goes Triforce, Wardens into Thornmail. If she goes Divine. Mundo, regular Bammies. Fiora, Bramble Vest Rush is really important. Gangplank is an Anathema Rush matchup where Anathema is the first priority is Giant's Belt, then Kindle Gem, because Giant's Belt is 350 HP, which is very solid. Into Gwen, you would go Bammies. Into Ilaoi, you would go Anathema Rush. Into Gwen, there's really nothing you can build that like truly cucks her other than Boots of Swiftness, but you build that after your Mythic. And for Ilaoi, Anathema is the best item against her. I would also prefer going Boot Rush and just rushing Swifties and then Anathema. You can do that as well if you're struggling to dodge her shit. If you build both, you'll be in good spot. But there are games where you like can't go Swifties, where you have to go Tabbies or Mercs because they might have a lot of AD users. Like if they have 4 AD and 1 AP and you're fighting Ilaoi, you kinda need to go like Tabby Rush into Anathema. Or if you're like comfortable with dodging her E, you can just go regular Boots and then Anathema, then you finish Tabbies, then you get Thornmail and you Ignite and just everything to fuck Ilaoi because tanks struggle a lot. Into Jacques. Jacques is a champion that you need to rush Boots into because it's a very important spacing matchup. You need space so much versus Jax. I would usually go Ruby into Tabby because Boot Rush versus Jax, Tabbies is just like a godsend because it blocks his auto damage. It's less than Wardens in the early game, but you need the spacing. Irelia's Bramble, she heals way too much, so you need every fucking possible heal cut armor thing in existence to win against her. Into Cannon, you would go just regular other. You would go Warmugs because Cannon suffers severely from poke. It's either Warmugs or Anathema, and I would take Exhaust TP so I can exhaust her in team fights. So yeah, Warmugs. Again, priority is Giant's Belt, Kindle Gem, and Rejuve Bead because Rejuve Bead got nerfed, so it used to be first priority when you built Warmugs, now it's last. It's natural, not Ornn at least, to go Warmugs into Cannon. Ornn can get a lot of value from Warmugs in lane because he doesn't really have to leave and he can take very bad trades, and with Warmugs you just make them great, and Cannon can't poke you ever, and then you get either a Frostfire or Evan Shroud second. I prefer Frostfire since it got buffed and get more HP, so it's kind of better. But yeah, Warmugs into Cannon. Next up will probably be Kled. Into Kled, I would go... I feel like you could go Warden's Rush quite easily into Kled. You could go Bammy... I mean, both Bammies and Wardens work, but I do usually go Class Start. You could do Wardens, yeah. You could do Wardens into Bammies. Cause he doesn't heal a lot, and when he gets Gore Drinker, the healing is like minimal. Like it's really not something that like you should worry about. So just regular Wardens into Bammies is fine. But I haven't fought a Kled in so long, which is why I'm so unsure, cause nobody plays Kled, and every time I played against Kled, he was just like a cakewalk, cause nobody knows how to play the champion. Lilia is just regular Bammies. She's a counter pick, nothing to build against her. Nothing you can build against her. Lucian would be Wardens. Lux would probably be Bammies. Into most mages you want to go Bammies. Mordekaiser is an Anathema Rush champion. because the tenacity reduction helps you lock him down and helps to lane against him. Nasus is just Bammies, like there's really nothing you can do. You can do Bammy Swifties and Bramble. That would be like the optimal route you could go. Bammy Swifties Bramble, Bramble cuts his healing, Swifties fucks his wither, and I mean you just build a whole trifecta. But first important thing is Bammies. Then you can get Bramble, then you get Swifties. Because Bammies Bramble is when you're going to be fighting him a lot, and Swifties is when he's going to start scaling a little bit, so you need like start kiting him back more. Malphite is regular Bammies. Lulu, regular Bammies. No item rush you can do. Olaf is Bammies into Bramble. You should make that a category where you need Bramble, but you also, like, you don't need Bammies like extremely quickly, because Bramble early game isn't the best unless it's one of those champions where you can't actually, you know, fight them without it. But you can build Bramble second, because with Bammies you can clear waves faster and deal with Olaf easier. Pantheon is probably a Bammy Bramble matchup, because a good Pantheon will go Conqueror, Divine, and Time Warp into tanks. So Bammy Bramble is good. Next up, Poppy. Poppy is a Bammy Mythic matchup. No item rush here. Nothing that you can make them matchup cheesy. Renekton, Bramble Vest, pretty simple. He heals from his Q and shit. So you need heal cuts. I feel like Pantheon you could actually, if he has Conqueror, you could go Bramble first. Rengar. Just Bammy Mythic. Don't even bother building a heal cut. His W heal is too much. You can't actually do anything versus him. Riven. Riven is a Bammy into Mythic. But what I like to do is build Bammy and then 4 Claws. I don't finish Wardens or Bramble. I built towards my Mythic, but I just set on a couple of Cloth armors just so I can match her like Longsword, Longsword, Longsword. So my armor matches her damage. Quinn. Wardens. Wardens fucks all AD carries. Rumble is probably just regular Bammies. Like, nothing you can do. Maokai, regular Bammies. No item rush here. Nocturne. Nocturne heals a lot from his autos with his passive, so you need Bramble. Set. You also need Bramble. Heals a lot from, he either gets Vamp Scepter or his passive or Conquer or Second Wind or literally like everything in his kit gives him some kind of healing. Everything, every rune gives him some kind of healing. Kind of need it really fast. Like Bramble did become weaker in the heal cut, but they buffed it by 1 damage, but you still need it. Like you can't really, like it's weaker for a heal cut, but you still have to go it. Let's see. Another top laner, Rise, another control mage. You just go Bammies. Tom Kench, Bammies. You need hard wave clear versus tanks, especially Tom. If Tom has one weakness, it's wave clear, and it's shit. If you push him in, he can't actually shove you. Now Tryndamere. Tryndamere is a Randuin's Rush matchup. You already go Wardens, and then you get Randuin's. But general thing is Wardens. Because you don't need to space him that hard, and just Wardens Rush. You just completely cucks him. You go Claw Start, Wardens, then you get Tabbies, then you get Randoms, and he just does negative damage. Very, very easy to punish. Trundle is a Bammy Bramble matchup, because you need the wave clear first, and then you get the Bramble Vest to fight him. Because he heals from minions dying around him, and he gets like Divine or Bork, which heal him a lot. Sion is a straight up Mythic Rush, no boots, no nothing. Silas is an Executioner Rush. Executioners on Ornn is really, really underrated. Your Q starts doing very heavy damage, and if you take adaptive in tiny runes, you can actually destroy Silas early game. Like you can absolutely just smack him with autos, and they'll never expect Ornn to do that much damage. Vayne is a Frozen hard rush. You straight up rush Frozen. It's the only item that counters her. nothing else you can do really. Shen is Bammy Mythic. Talia, Bammy Mythic. Most control mages are Bammy Mythic. I don't think I need to go over them. Urgot is a Warden's Rush. Yasuo is Yasuo and Yon. You can go Frozen Heart. They get fucked by it, so Frozen Heart Rush for all three of them is fine. Next up, Volibear is a Bramble Rush matchup. He heals a lot. And Warwick is a Thornmail Rush, because he heals the most out of any laner in existence. And it's the only item that counters him. It's either Thornmail or Anathema. I prefer Thornmail because usually when you fight Warwick, my teammates won't really be fighting other champions that heal as much, so I'll be the only one building it. So I want to be the one who has the highest heal cut. Darius is an Anathema Rush matchup. You can't really fight him like with any other mythic, and Anathema just makes Darius's life hell. So yeah. Wukong is a Bramble matchup. He heals a lot from Conk and just general trading. So Bramble good versus Wukong. Vladimir is a Bammy into Executioner Rush matchup where you go D-Shield, Bammies, and Executioner. Oblivion Orb only works on Ornn's W. So it will be, you will heal cut him once in every 8 seconds, whereas with Executioner, you can hit your Q, and then you can get close, you can auto attack him, you can keep the heal cut procced more consistently. You just have to start trades with Q. You just have to time your heal cut for when Vlad will have Q back up again, which is every like 7, 8, 6 seconds. I'm not sure of Vlad's cooldowns. Singed, Bammy into Mythic. Teemo, Bammy into Mythic. Nothing you can really build into Teemo. Like you could go Anathema Rush if you're really struggling, but I would prefer not. Just regular Bammy's Mythic. He's not really that much of a struggle. He's a medium matchup where if you space correctly, you should be fine. Sejuani, Bammy's Mythic. The Mythics are Frostfire if they're ranged, Sunfire if they're not, but it's really simple. Like, you're not gonna build a Sunfire into a Victor, you're not gonna build a Sunfire into fucking Cannon, you're gonna build Sunfire into champs like Aatrox, Renekton, Set, Volibear, Wukong, Pantheon, champions that you can, you know, do long trades in. Nico, Bammy's, Nico top is rare, but maybe Warmugs or Anathema would actually be better for you to stand a chance versus her. I would prefer Anathema into her. She's really annoying and she scales, and she's like I feel like she's a weaker, slower cannon. Like, she's stronger cannon in lane. Holy shit, what did I do? She's a stronger cannon in lane, but weaker in the late game, so I think Anathema would be fine. If you Ornn matchup, you build nothing. Fuck Ornn. Akshan is Warden's Rush. You don't actually need a Frozen Heart like instantly. There really is no need. You can just go straight from Mythic. The thing is, Warden's Mythic gives you more kill pressure other than Warden's and Frozen Heart and Randomness, which is why I prefer that route. Because I really like the Frostfire spike, because you start getting slows and you can actually catch on to these people. Which is why sometimes into Yon and Yasuo, I will actually not go Frozen Heart and I'll go Warden's Frostfire. But most of the time, you want to, in high elo games, I want to, you know, keep the lane. Like, if I don't actually want to kill anyone, I just want to play for the team, I'll go Frozen Heart. But if I actually want to get like some kill pressure, I would go Wardens into Mythic. But for these champs, you always go Wardens into Mythic. I'll put Tryndamere in other since he's Randuin's Rush. You could go Frozen Heart or Randuin's. Both are good into Tryndamere. I don't feel like one is stronger than the other. I feel like Randuin's is stronger in lane though. It is way stronger in lane, and it did get buffed. So Zed, just regular. No, actually into Zed you go Randuin's, straight up Randuin's, and exhaust, and he won't kill you. Yorick is just Bammy Mythic, Thornmail. If he goes Divine, if he doesn't go Divine, you go Anathema. You just have to build to adapt to the enemy. Zeri, She's just like, I would like wardens, but honestly, the Zeri lane is so boring that you don't even need for survivability, so you just go Bammy Mythic. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, I just fully scale. I don't even take second wind into her because she's like so boring, you know? Tristana is Warden's matchup. If you face a Tristop, who's left? Who's left? Viego is a Bramble matchup. He heals a lot. Zac, top. He's a Bammy matchup. You could go Executioner for the heal cut, but you honestly don't need it into Zac. You could just go regular Mythic. Same shit with Cho'Gath. Regular Bammy Mythic. Garen. Garen is so interesting. He's such an interesting champion. Surely there... No. Wardens doesn't work. Bramble doesn't work. Just build your Mythic. Literally. Star Ruby Crystal. Like, it's fucking Garen. He does nothing. Graves? Graves actually has a lot of flame sustain, so I prefer Bramble into him. Because I don't get kill pressure without it. Because he gets Vamp Scepter, Fleet Footwork, Lifeline. Like, he gets so much healing in lane that I feel like I can't do damage to him. Like, I will literally sit in front of the wave, make him auto attack me just so he can get heal cut. Because you want to be so fucking aggressive into him. Jace, you can go Wardens into Jace. It's fine. It's not bad. Either Wardens Mythic or Mythic and then Randuin's. Both are fine, but Wardens is a lot of damage reduction. Gnar is a very tricky champ because Ornn can't really kill him. And you gotta go Warmogs. It's like the Cannon matchup. Like, there's so much poke in the lane that Ornn cannot fucking sustain through it. And Gnar has no mana either, so he can just spam you with shit. And Warmogs really makes the game and the lane just so much simpler. It's so much simpler. You can literally turn your brain off and be like, finally, I can fucking breathe. Gragas, you go Bammy Mythic. No special need. Second wind unflinching, fine. Let's see. Heimer is really fucking annoying. Just regular Bammy Mythic though. Not really anything you can build. Kale is... I changed my mind. It used to be a Warmog's lane, but now it's just kind of Bammy Mythic, Bammy Mythic, Bammy Mythic. You go Bammies, Wardens, fucking Force of Nature and Frozen Heart. Like, you build the trifecta of tank items that are the most broken. Like, Frozen Heart and fucking Force of Nature are just so OP into her that once you have all three of those, Kale could never match you, and now she's just like, she can't even kill your team. It's really painful for her if you have all two of those. Component items. Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is Anathema. I feel like Warmogs Rush. Because she pokes you a lot and Ornn doesn't like that. Like, you can take QWE, but she'll QEEEE and you'll be very low. So I like Warmogs into her because you can actually afford to take those kind of trades. Because you'll just Warmogs up. You just have to stay a little out of range. You just have to respect her for like 4 seconds. Ahri, Bammy Mythic, Mages. I'll just skip the Mages. They're all Bammy Mythics. Yeah, but I think that's most top laners and matchups that you're gonna face where the builds actually change. So you always have to, you know what the fuck they do. Do they have healing that it matters during trading, or does it not? But this is what you should, know, and this is what most matchups will be like. Yeah. So if you keep this in mind, you should be able to get free elo really fast, and you should be able to just lane without concern. Because knowing what to build is like half the game. And yeah, okay, I hope this helps. Now I'll just fucking go watch anime. Bye bye.